Jason's gonna spin it and spin Wortley with him.
And a right. Oh no! Oh, trouble for Powell! He spins it! The crash, the big one! And here comes 2 for 1.
To the inside, they're 3 by 3.
That looks for turn 3.
Oh no, he moved up! He moved up! Oh no! And here comes Mark
the pass.
for the crossover. Gonna move behind, can't do it.
Checkered flag. Tyler Mallon wins at Atlanta.
The Online Racing Network proudly presents NACOS. We're coming to you from Canada for the 3rd straight week, this time from Delaware, Ontario, for TheBenCrazy Craziest Craziness out at Delaware 150 from Delaware Speedway. This half-mile racetrack brought us some exciting racing a season ago and 7 cautions before the checkered flag fell. And for what we anticipate to be another fantastic night of racing here tonight. Jacob Hitz here with you alongside my partner once again, Trace Ryder, and I know that you have something to talk about here before we get our broadcast and everything else going underway to bring us back into reality a bit, so I'll let you go ahead now.
Thank you, Jacob. I do indeed would like to take this moment before we get the broadcast started tonight to let everybody know that this is a difficult time between an unprecedented situation with a pandemic and some unrest happening in the world. We just wanted to say that ORN is a politically unaffiliated channel bringing you the best racing content on Twitch. However, we cannot ignore the strife in the world around us. So to those protesting, we hear you, we are learning, and we are with you.
All right. So
tell me a little bit about Delaware, Ontario, Jacob. Well, I guess that's my job, isn't it?
Well, I can do your track facts, and then you can do Rusty's race facts since he's not here once again. Do you want to do that instead?
We're going to do Trace's track facts and Ryder's race facts.
That works too. So go ahead. Tell us about the Speedway. Some of the information here. It's a little interesting, isn't it?
It sure is. It's got a 7-degree banking in the corners. It's a half-mile track, 4 turns. Obviously, it's an oval. Pit road speed here is 35, and you will notice on the backstretch of this track that there is actually like a second backstretch entry, and I think that's for like staging and some pit roads, but that is not the entrance to pit road. That is in turn 3. We're looking at 198 laps on fuel, should be plenty, and we are actually running 105 laps tonight.
Yeah, it's the TheBenCrazy Craziest Craziness out at Delaware 150. It's 105 laps. It's a half-mile racetrack. Do the math. That comes out to like 62 miles or something. Either way, we're here. We're racing. We're ready to have a good time. And now one of the race facts, since this is the second track that we're going to on the schedule that we were at 1 season ago.
Yeah, the thing about this track here in Delaware is that it is very slippery coming out of the turns. So you'll see a lot of single car spins. You just got to keep control of your throttle, keep the tires underneath you. Last year's winner was Huang. We had 7 cautions, and he won by 0.63 seconds, which is a pretty decent margin.
Yeah, and you talked about the track being slick. We saw a lot of spins that didn't bring out a caution last year. We also saw some spinning in practice. You were in this race a year ago on the racetrack. After watching practice, they're out on the racetrack right now for happy hour. Do you think these drivers are going to continue to have that slickness coming off the corner that's going to result in crashes? Do you think they've got a better understanding of this racetrack this time around? What do you think on that?
Well, if I can be frank, Jacob, I think that the inexperience will really show at this track. Those drivers that have been here, those that have been racing for a while, we have a lot of talent in this field. I think that inexperience will show more here than anywhere else, just because if you throw the gas off the turn, you're liable to throw yourself around. So it's a tricky track. Because you'll come out of the turn, you'll think you got it, but there's like a lip at the end of each turn, and you just kind of catch that the wrong way, and around you go.
And 7 cautions, as you talked about.
I was a couple of those.
With those 7 cautions, we've seen a surprisingly high number of cautions to start the first 2 races out this season. We saw 8 at Saskatoon to open the season. And then last week at Canadian Tire, where we saw no cautions a season ago. This year we saw 4. Is the trend going to continue? We're going to keep seeing a lot of cautions, or do you think they're going to be able to keep the noses clean and be able to provide some some nice green flag runs in there. Maybe a caution 2, maybe up to 4. But are we going to break the record that we set here last year? Are we going to get close to the mark that we set at Berlin a season ago? How many do you think we're going to get?
Well, I think we're going to be less than or equal to 7. So I don't think we beat last year's record. Drivers are starting to figure themselves out a little bit. A lot of these cautions really seem to have been just due to just racing incidents. So the racing's a lot tighter this year, a lot more competition. So you're liable to bounce off a couple more guys and cause a couple wrecks. But I don't think we're going to have more than 7 cautions this week. Famous last words.
Well, we know how accurate some of your predictions have been so far this season. I think you're, 1 for 2? 1 for something.
2 for 3, I think. I got two right last week, in which I called second and third wrecking each other and Pan winding up in 3rd place, or something like that. I don't entirely remember.
That's the one that I remember.
Something I didn't actually think would happen wound up happening. It was pretty great. And Pan proved me right, and he's again a threat to win the race tonight, I would think.
Yeah,
qualified 3rd.
He's looking pretty well. Right now he's on the top of the board with an 18.840 here in happy hour, just over a minute and a half left in the session. Huang Do sits 2nd on the board. Tyler Mallon, who won the season opener at Saskatoon, he sits in the 3rd spot. Huang won this race a season ago, as we mentioned, trying to defend his crown here at this racetrack. One of 2 wins that he has in his career. Tonight he's making his 10th career start.
Are currently suspended in space in the Big Ugly 69.
And if he weren't to win tonight, I believe he would be the first driver to win in his 10th career start. Just trying to think back. We had 12 races last year?
I think so.
Hold on. Let me check the points from last year and make sure I'm accurate in that statement. I just want to make sure that I have this down right. So
you should always fact check yourself, everybody.
Well, and there are only 3 drivers right now that have run every single race. That's Ben, Cody, and Drive-Thru.
There has been some rumors floating around.
Okay, first off, I'd just like to establish that I'm right for once in my life.
Hey, look at that! I believe in you.
So, we'll take it where we can get it. The 10th race of the season, Davey won. He's making his 6th start tonight. He's finished 2nd in both races this season, and he won twice last season in his 3 starts a season ago. Iowa and Road America is where he won. I don't remember quite where he fell short, but I think he was 2nd in the race that he didn't win last year, too. So. Oh, and sure enough, I was right. He finished 2nd at, oh gosh, what was that race? 180 laps. It was in between Iowa and Road America. I just don't remember. Let me see. Edmonton. That's what it was. It was the wacky race that was Edmonton that he finished 2nd in. So Davies never finished worse than 2nd. He's won twice. He's got an average finish of 1.6. It's high.
All right,
that was just a guess, but let's run through the starting order now as I pull the entry list up on the screen. Run through that now quickly.
Sure thing. Starting on the pole, last year's defending champion, BenCrazy in the 59. Also tonight's sponsor.
59?
The 53. Ugh.
There we go.
Starting outside of him, Davey Hazard, who we were just talking about in the 75. Then it is Pantalica in the 46, starting 3rd. Outside of him is Austin Delgado, who's been quiet but competitive most so far this season. Huang Do in the Big Ugly 69 will start 5th. Outside of him will be Drive-Thru in the 77. Then it is Tommy Bordeaux in the 57, last week's winner. And then it is Tyler Mallon in the 18, starting 8th. Hunter B will be in the 47. He starts 9th. Then it is Ryan Karp outside of him in the 37. In 11th, we have the 15th of Jordan McGraw. And outside of him, Ethan Head in the 17 will start 12th. And then on the last row here, we have Cody H Gaming in the 28, starting 13th, and outside of him, Sam Slafowski.
And starting dead last, David Alvarez, who's kind of hiding back there. He didn't qualify. I don't think Cody and Slusarski did either. Field's on the backstretch. We'll pull up the ticker. We'll get set to go here for what should be a very, very fun race. The BenCrazy craziest craziness out at Delaware 150, 105 laps. Pace cars through turns 3 and 4. We can put the lap counter on the screen because it's time to go racing at Delaware. Green flag is awfully late here. Never mind, there it goes, green flag. We're racing at Delaware. Davey Hazard.
Early lead here. Right out of turn 2, he's going to take a 2-car lead over BenCrazy in the 53, and Austin Delgado looking for third already.
Trying to get around the outside of Pantalica. Drive through on the outside of Huang. Huang trying to get by on the inside. Tyler Mallon right behind them. Everybody makes it clean off the first lap as Ethan Head bounces off the wall off turn 4. Doesn't lose that much time. We stay green. And Pantalica able to defend that third spot. Now here comes Huang looking for fourth underneath Austin Delgado.
Constant theme here in the NACOS schedule is that the outside lane can be competitive, but usually only in the longer runs. We don't have a lot of track here that really has an outside lane, so that inside is going to win 9 times out of 10.
Drive-through slipped back a bit. Got a great run through turn 1 and 2, though. Closing in on Delgado is...
Huang's already up to 4th.
Yeah. Tyler Mallon was able to get by the 39, and now Mallon trying to set his sights on the 69 of Huang Do. Meanwhile, up front, it's the Season 1 champion up against probably the most consistently good driver in NACOS, Davey Hazard.
And with fuel and tires, can make it to the end if they run green all the way through. This might be a strategy play for Ben to just hang out behind Davey, force him to make the mistake, and use his stuff up before he uses his. And Pantalica just kind of lurking back there.
Yeah. We've seen Davey make some mistakes, there's no doubt about it, but he's been awfully good these first 2 weeks in the sport. He got involved in a lot of wrecks. Last week at Canadian Tire still was able to fight back to second after the chaos that was the last couple of laps there. And,
that is perseverance.
Oh, Easter Day almost gave him a tap through turn 1. That allows Hazard to pull away as it got awfully close.
I'm not sure if Hazard didn't just brake track him to give him a little bit of breathing room there, as he had a mirror full of Ben, and then almost took out the entire field with that one.
Looking farther back, no real battles.
God, he got loose.
He's up the racetrack. He'll lose 1, make it 2 spots, 1 to Hunter B. The next one to Tommy Bordeaux, last week's winner. Let's take a look at the replay, and he just went in and did a nice little D-dido there. Almost directed it through turn 1.
He went a little Code Brown, but we're correct. Got it going.
It'll be hard to see through the purple on his uniform, though. There's no doubt about it. At least he's not wearing white. Top 4 bunching up here between Hazard, Easter Day, Pantalica, and Huang Do in that 4th spot.
And Tyler Mallon and Austin Delgado lurking back there 5th and 6th as well. This might become a 6-car battle for first place.
It's possible. Easter Day right on the back bumper of Hazard going down into turn 3. Trying to almost diamond the corners and get underneath him on corner exit. However, Hazard's able to put the power down off the corner on the high side.
Looks like everybody's just trying to bide in their time, waiting for somebody else to make a mistake. There goes Ben, drives right up on Hazard. As they chase him down the backstretch into turn 3, he's going to look inside. Is Hazard going to give him the room? He is.
He has
Hazard
to.
Here's Pantalica.
He had to give him the room, otherwise he was going to turn right across the nose of Easter Day. Easter Day will lead that lap. His first lap led. Hazard still fighting hard on the outside. Won't quite be able to fit in line now. Pantalica will give him the 2nd spot to get him in line. Top 3 single file.
And Pantalica lurking there. I guess didn't want to get too aggressive through the turns. Didn't want to cause any issues. Hazard not going to let Easter Day get away. Led the first 10 laps. Ben leads his 2nd lap of the race so far as they head into turn 1.
Easter Day out in front, trying to win this race. He finished 2nd here a season ago. They've got some lap traffic ahead. That's Sam Slusarski up in front. He just came up off the corners. The cars were in the middle of turns 3 and 4, so it won't be long until they see some lap traffic. Everybody has been able to keep the cars clean. Now 12 laps into the race.
So just watching them drive, it looks like Easter Day has a better run off of turn 2 and turn 4. But Hazard gets into the turns better than he does, so I wonder if that's going to be a factor. Here's Huang goes underneath the Pantalica for 3rd.
Pantalica hit the wall, almost turned Huang coming off the corner. Huang's able to blow right by him. Now he slides up the hill going into turn 1. Pantalica cuts back underneath. They're side by side for 3rd. That allows Mallon to close the gap.
And Delgado not far behind him in 6th.
And caught the apron. Gets hit by Tyler. 3 wide off turn 4. Delgado lifts. Malin gains the spot. Pantalica loses 2 spots now on the outside of Delgado. And Delgado's able to clear him.
And I'm not sure what happened here, but a huge gap opened between Ben and Hazard. I'm assuming it had something to do with the lap car of Slusarski.
I think so. Hazard took the lead back on that last time. Oh, wait. No, never mind. I confused Huang with Ben there. Let's go back and take a look.
The big,
was it
ugly
the lap car?
is Huang.
Oh, it was the lap car. Watch here going into turn 1. Hazard almost got... Oh, he did. Mech did get into him. Turned him in turn 1. He was able to save it. Mech just trying to keep it on the bottom, and that allowed Huang to close that gap in. Everybody single file up until Ryan Karp and Drive-Thru battling for the 9th spot.
I give props to the rookie for out here getting laps, getting experience, but that's a learning moment right there. You got to hit the brakes and give them the turn, and that almost cost Hazard quite a lot of spots.
Yeah, somebody looped it. Was it Cody? Cody's gone. I have a feeling Cody looped it. And
Cody is
he's 7 laps down. Yeah.
Out. I believe Cody is out of the race.
So Cody's done. Replay. I don't know if you want to try and pull him in here or not. I saw smoke in turn 3, and that's what caught my eye and made me wonder if maybe he had... Oh, no, that was Drive-Thru that looped it. Drive-Thru had looped it in between Hunter B and Tommy Bordeaux. 360 was able to get the car going straight. That's why Karp was able to get by him.
What happened to Cody then? Where is Cody?
I'm not sure.
I will report back on that.
Got it.
Oh, Cody wrecked. When did Cody wreck?
Wrecked? He's been out for 9 laps, so it had to be a long time ago.
He pulled off.
I'm going to cheat the old-fashioned way here. Sorry about the drop-down you're going to see on your screen. There he is on pit road.
Where did he... What happened?
And then he left. Huh?
Did he drop? Oh, his internet dropped him.
He's back on track now. 10 laps down. About to be 11.
I assume they're going to give him those 10 laps back.
Maybe. It is a hornet's nest back here, second on back. You've got Ethan Head, the lapped car, in the way. Hazard in second. Huang in third. Tyler Malin fourth. And they are all over each other for that second spot as they're trying to catch.
It's kind of a family show, guys. Can you not be all over each other?
Trying to catch the TheBenCrazy while he's trying to win the race that he sponsored. So Cody H Gaming, 10 laps down after, well, now make it 12 laps down after his internet bit the dust on him.
Yeah, I think it did a lot of damage to that car, too, is the problem.
So from bad to worse, his season has gone. The winner at DuQuoin a season ago. His best finish this season so far, 13th. That came last week at CTMP.
I really Cody is a great competitor, great guy. Always conscious of other people on the track. There's been rumors that he might want to move to the broadcasting side of things, and if he does, I would love to have him up here for sure.
Yeah.
But you always want to see him keep a race. I want to see him keep that start streak alive because he's one of the 3 drivers who have started every race in NACOS. So I'd hate to see that streak come to an end.
One of the Iron Men of NACOS. Here is Huang Do with Tyler Malin breathing all over him through the corner.
Yeah, nobody making any crazy moves just yet. We are...
Yeah, it's been relatively calm, minus the drive-through spin.
Or like the drop through him, right?
And the Cody H Gaming, he's sideways through turn 2. He just parked it up at the top of the track to get everybody out of the way, so he didn't impede on anybody, specifically the leaders. Nice of him to do that.
That is what I talk about when you talk about how much of a sportsman Cody H Gaming is.
He's just kind of logging laps right now. 27 laps are complete.
Nobody really. Ben has gotten away. Slusarski was a gift to Ben.
Yeah. And you can't imagine that Davey Hazard has to be happy about that, because him getting sideways and almost spinning the car, that's going to kill the tires on that thing, and that's going to be an advantage he'll have over Easterday if we somehow stay green the rest of the way.
I think Malin got loose in turns where he just fell way off of Huang there. He's dropped about 4 or 5 car lengths back now.
Battle back here for 10th spot between Ryan Karp and Jordan McGraw. That's coming off turn number 2 right now. as Sam Slusarski gets out of the way. The drive-through was able to get away, and the leader is not too far behind as Ryan Karp's internet is having a grand old time right now since this car's dancing around in ways that it shouldn't be.
Drive-through is also having a time.
Yeah,
that car's way loose tonight.
He is not enjoying himself. A season ago here at the racetrack. We'll take a look and see. Drive-through finished third here a season ago behind Huang and Easterday. Everybody else that was in that race is either not here or behind him on the grid. So he has had a lot of new folks come in, and apparently they're better than drive-through at this racetrack because he is struggling in the 9th spot right now. He was fighting up for the 7th spot before he was able to loop it. Hunter B got passed by Tommy Bordeaux a while ago for that 7th spot. Your top 5 rundown here. Ben Easterday, then Davey Hazard about 3 seconds back. Huang Do in 3rd. Tyler Mallon in 4th. 5th spot, Pantalica, 5 seconds behind the leader.
And not far behind him, Austin Delgado as well,
Yeah.
who's just been quietly lurking back there in that 6th spot.
That's kind of been his strategy so far this season after making one start last year and winning it at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. He's made every start this season his highest finish so far this season. Now, let's see, he finished 7th a week ago. And back at ACMS, back at Saskatoon, he finished in the 8th spot. So 7th is his best finish on the season. Tonight making his 4th career start.
And you love to see him involved more in NACOS.
Yeah. Love to
As
see him
well.
involved in anything because he is a joy to be around and one of the hardest drivers that you will see in any league. And we look forward to him running the iRacing 24 at Daytona. Update, newsflash, we haven't said anything about this yet. However, ORN will be doing live coverage of the iRacing 24 at Daytona. At Le Mans, sorry. That is coming up June 20th, so just under 3 weeks from now, we will be doing the iRacing 24 at Le Mans. We'll be following the Drive-Thru Racing Ventures teams. It's possible that they have 3 teams
Yikes.
going into Le Mans. I know of 2 that are concrete. There's a 3rd that's possible in a different class than the other 2. Rumor has it that the boys may be moving up in the world of classes and might be moving to LMP2s.
Ooh.
ORN will be here starting bright and early at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. or whenever the green flag flies. We'll be here for that. We'll be here for a majority of the real-world daytime racing, so we'll be there into the nighttime. Take a little bit of a rest. Overnight, we might be involved with drive-thru stream, and then we'll be back first thing in the morning, right around 6 o'clock, to bring you the final couple of hours of the race. Trace, I don't know what you're doing at that point, but if you want to be in the booth, you're welcome to join us.
I am probably working, but at my free time, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Well, we'll see what happens. I haven't
I also want to give
for any other commentators with that because I'm still fighting with the ticker system to still work. It's a little jankety, but we're getting somewhere. It'll look different than what's on the screen right now, but nonetheless, we'll have something for you in just under 3 weeks' time, I hope. I'm still ironing out the kinks and working on things, but we're getting closer.
As Ben skates through 6 lap cars, I'm going to go ahead and just want to give a shout out to those of you in chat that are hanging out with us tonight.
Oh my God! Turn 1! Trouble! Pantalica just moved Sam Slusarski. He had it stopped on the bottom, trying to get out of the way. Unfortunately, he was still on the racing line, and Pantalica picked him up. Realistically, they both should have crashed. Instead, it was only Slusarski. We stay green somehow.
Drove right through it.
And Huang Do is knocking on the back door, the 75 of Davey Hazard.
And he's been doing this for quite a few laps now, at least like 20 or 25, 21 laps. He's just been back there hanging on. If you have any questions for anybody in the chat, if you want to hashtag Ask the Booth, we can do that for you as well. Answer any questions you might have just in general.
We'll see it eventually.
Or tweet it, or just put it in chat and we can answer it for you.
Trace will probably see it before I will, but...
questions about racing, questions about the car, questions about what are you wearing? I don't answer those questions on stream. It's not pants, for sure.
And even if it's a question about the 24, because I might be able to answer some of those. Maybe.
If you want to know about ORN, if you want to know about anything, if you have any questions, feel free to put them out here. We will do our best to answer them for you. I know some people might be new to motorsports, some people might be new to esports, so we're here to help you out as much as we can,
Yeah.
Especially with the action being fairly single file right now.
Yeah, really, this is a oddly weird green flag run. We're almost at 50 laps unimpeded. We're almost at the halfway point without a caution. This would not be the first caution-free event. Autodrome Chaudière was the first oval that was caution-free last season. Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, the second race of the season last year, was the first race that went caution-free. Most others have seen cautions. I don't think DuQuoin had a caution a season ago.
No, because that would have saved drive through the race.
Yeah, so everything else has had a caution, I think. Road America, maybe not.
I don't remember.
I don't recall. I don't think Road America had a caution, but we've only had a few, asphalt oval races that haven't had a caution. So far, so good. We're probably jinxing the crap out of it as we're closing in on halfway. But Easter Day looks to be the cream of the crop here, now with a 4-second lead over Davey Hazard.
Yeah, again, Mech was a gift to him. He has not relinquished any gap since then. Otherwise, I think he'd have a problem. Racing with Hazard and Huang, he might have been forced to make mistakes, but now he can kind of just cruise.
Battle for fourth between Tyler Mallon and Pantalica. Tyler won the opening race on the season. Pan's been rather consistent. He finished third last week at CTMP. His third career start tonight. His best finish was third a week ago at CTMP.
And shout out to him, really an improved driver.
Yeah.
Coming out of nowhere. And even though he moves Slusarski out of the way, he has not given up on Tyler Mallon at all.
Yeah.
We've reaching right around the halfway mark, coming up on that.
Now you gotta wonder here, Trace, with the older tires, we've got to see a caution sometime, right? Because there's no way these guys are gonna have that much grip trouble. Sam Slusarski's around front straightaway, and that is the first caution flag of the night. I told you we jinxed it, and there you have it.
With the older tires and the inexperience, we talked about it in the pre-race.
He stopped right short of the start-finish line, and he just lost it coming up off the corner. Dual shock, when I'm talking about three teams, I am talking about three different cars, one of them being in a different class than the other. I doubt they'll be in the same race, but they're trying to get the two cars that are in the same class to be in the same split. That is all I know. I don't think Drive-Thru has announced his driver plan yet, so I'm not going to spoil it here. Mostly because I don't think I have it 100% right. So I'll leave you to imagine, except I can tell you that 3 out of the 4 drivers from Daytona are going to be back in the lead car, if you want to call it that, air quotes around that. They'll be back in the lead car at Le Mans. Pits are open. They're going to enter at the right one, the one here in turn 3.
The backstretch one, the one that's in the middle of turn 3.
Yeah. And if you don't pit here, I think you're stupid.
Yeah, I was wondering if we were going to have keep going on that green flag run, if anybody was going to take the...
Now, Cody stays out, but he's 11 laps down. Mech stays out. I don't know why. He's 6 laps down, about to be 5.
I think lap cars get the next go-around.
Not all of them. Those were the only 2 that stayed out, and we have 9 drivers on the lead lap right now. Drive-Thru gets the free pass. I don't know about wave around here. Jordan McGraw ran into the back of Ryan Karp's car here on pit road, and Easter Day is going to be 3rd off pit road. Davey Hazard, Huang Do able to pass him. And Austin Delgado just ran in the back of Pan. They're 4 wide off pit road.
Ooh, buddy.
It is jam-packed, and Davey Hazard has inherited the lead on pit road.
Oh, Ben can't be happy about that. 1st to 3rd on that pit stop.
Huang was able to get by him as well. I'm sure it'll take a little bit here for us to get organized. Because the lap cars still need to pit. People letting people by because of penalties. I'm sure wave arounds will take effect here, maybe.
I'm sure we got a little bit of sorting out to do.
We'll keep it here for now, though, as we're still trying to sort this out. I don't know if everybody gets a wave around, or if it's only certain cars. I think they're trying to handle Cody's issue right now with slowly adding his laps back, because he's now 8 laps down. He was 11 laps down last I looked. And his last lap was .02 something according to my scoring, so I think he is. I think they might be manually adding his laps back.
There's 7
or something. 7. That was a 16-second lap. That's still awfully fast.
Takes a lot.
Davey's pulling to the inside here. I think we're going to get the one to green, and we are. So we're only going to have 9 drivers on the lead lap. McGraw, first car, 1 lap down. Then Ryan Karp, David Alvarez, Ethan Heads, 2 laps down. Sam Slesarski, 5 laps down. Cody H. Gaming, 6 laps down. And
remember that. Good.
Oh, okay. We're still single file. Cool. Let's Trace. Why don't we do a rundown here of the field while we're taking forever, and it's a parking lot on the backstretch. Jeez.
You got it. So Davey Hazard has inherited the lead. Behind him, Huang Do, who, if we remember from the start of this race, Davey started second, and he wound up in the lead right off the go. So that outside lane might be good at the start of the race. I'm not sure. Easterday lost that comfortable cushion, lost it all on pit road, is in third. Then it is Tyler Mallon in the 18, who's been quietly competing this entire time as well. Tommy Bordeaux, real quiet, up into 5th place now. Then outside of him, Hunter B. Then it is Pantalica, and outside of him, Austin Delgado, driving that nice throwback there. And then it is Drive-Thru, and Jordan McGraw, Cody H. Gaming, Ryan Karp, Ethan Head, and David Alvarez, as we about to take the green flag again.
Yep. Still 9 cars on the lead lap. Cody H. Gaming now 3 laps down. Virtual Invisible Boatmobile is in. And away we go. Green flag back in the air. A great start for Hazard. A bad start for Huang. And that's going to put Easterday on his inside as they head for turn 1.
Terrible start for Huang. I wonder if he got baited there by Hazard. Looks like he caught the brakes.
Huang got the run on the outside. He's going to take second on the outside going into turn 3.
Here Cook's turn 3. He's going to slide up the track. Easterday's going to slide back underneath him. Tyler Mallon trying to push Huang. He throws the block on Easterday going into turn 1.
Easterday put the block on Mallon. He goes to the outside. Easterday almost gets turned by Mallon. And here comes Tommy Bordeaux. He's in the 5th spot, looking to take 4th away from Mallon. Meanwhile, Pantalica getting some pressure from Drive-Thru. Where did he come from? He is up in to the 6th spot. He hits Pan on the front straightaway. They keep going straight.
Pan bounced off the wall there, a little bit of pinball. Looks like they're going to go side by side here. Turns 1 and 2. Drive-Thru's going to take that spot from Pantalica.
And Davey Hazard gone. He's got a second lead already over everybody else. Drive-Thru's loose. Turn 4. He hits Pan. Pan's in the wall. Everybody keeps it going straight.
Oh, that's going to cost Pan. That's going to hurt Pan more. It's going to hurt Drive-Thru on that one. Is there a couple of positions up here? Easterday to the outside. Mallon underneath of him to take 3rd spot away.
And Bordeaux thought about making it 3 wide. Oh, Mallon's going to spin it. He slides it. Hangs onto the car. Bordeaux gets 1 spot. Now fighting for 2 spots. He's going to get 2 spots here at the line as Mallon goes with him. Tommy Bordeaux slides into 3rd spot. And Easterday has Mallon still underneath him. Farther back, Delgado and Hunter B side by side.
Delgado's going to take that spot from Hunter, no problem. It looks like heading into turn 3.
Oh, Mallon got into Easterday, moved him and grooved him up the racetrack. Mallon takes care of the 4th spot rather.
Ooh, and
I mean, that was a bump. Yeah. Solid right on the quarter panel.
Huang is reeling in Hazard.
A little bit, gap still about a second.
Slowly. Just closing in little by little on the track. Everybody seems to be leveling themselves out. Single file again.
Pantalica was able to catch and pass Drive-Thru again. So Pantalica's still in the 8th spot. Drive-Thru just went up the racetrack to say hi to the billboards there in turn 2. He's now back in the racing line.
Wanted to get a good photo op with his sponsors and the sponsors from the racetrack.
I guess. I don't know.
Real landscape. Real atmospherical. Anyway, back to the race. Where are we at? We've had 65 laps in the books, coming up on putting lap 66 in the books. And I wonder how mad Pantalica is right now. Talk about that.
Well, he's flying, so I think he's pretty mad. As he's underneath Hunter B, not taking anybody for granted. Underneath of him, can't quite get the run off the corner. Hunter B gets the better run on the outside. But I got to imagine that Pan inside that helmet's pretty red.
Yep. Red talic. No, it doesn't work. But he was in the wrong place in the wrong time in turn 3 and 4 there.
Yeah.
He went, Drive-Thru got loose. He went high to avoid it, and Drive-Thru just kept coming up the track. And
he's got a fair amount of right side damage now from being sent up into the wall. He hit the wall a couple of different times there when him and Drive-Thru were battling.
And he bounced off the wall that one time and came down, and he and Drive-Thru clacked.
And he just hit the wall again there coming off turn 4.
Turn 4. It's an optical illusion. You think you have
Yeah.
more space than you actually do.
Lap car ahead. It's Sam Slusarski again, and Wong Do is reeling in Davey Hazard. It's down to 0.7 of a second. Now less than that, as Slusarski is able to get out of the way, literally parks it on the front stretch just to let everybody by so he doesn't try and kill anybody this time around. And it's under half a second, the gap between Davey and Wong. Make it about 4 car lengths, maybe less than that.
Dun-dun. Dun-dun.
Cue that Jaws music.
There comes Huang. Oh, Hazard got a little loose there in the turn. That's going to close Huang up a little bit. But Huang
Yeah, he did, but I mean, Huang crash. Easterday back straightaway on the inside. We stay green. Single car spin. It's out of the way, but Ben Easterday has pulled the Ed Sound head choke here at Delaware. As Easterday, did he get any help?
Let's find out.
No, sir. Just lost it trying to keep up with Malin off turn 2.
It started dropping it, and then, woo!
So Ben falls from 1st to 9th in the matter of 20 laps.
Ben was 3rd, wasn't he? Or,
Well, he
5th?
was leading 20 laps ago because that was before the caution came out. Slusarski dives it for pit road, gives Davey a heart attack, and Wong is still there, but Tommy Bordeaux is closed in as well.
Tommy Bordeaux was last week's race winner at CTMP. Great guy.
Yeah.
He and Hazard are great friends, so I'd love to see them get up next to each other and do a little battling. I think that'd be a good show for the fans here.
Maybe try and move Wong out of the way and try to protect each other from the win as we're closing in on 3/4 of the way from the start of the race and like a quarter of the way left here.
Swung.
Right on the
again.
back bumper. He is driving the wheels off that thing. He's going to look to the inside here. Davey's going to protect the bottom line.
I wonder if it's a black car with white numbers thing, but they seem to have a better run off of turns 2 and 4, better than Hazard does at least. And they seem to be gaining a lot of ground there.
Maybe.
Here comes Darby out of the pits.
He's able to keep it out of the way. Just keep it down on the flat. Hazard's still out in front. There's not a lot of room to get out of the way here.
There
as
is
we've
not.
seen.
There is not. And going high in the turns is good for, I don't know, 3 seconds, and then you're through the turn.
Yeah,
so.
it's good till you get to the back straightaway, and all of a sudden, here comes everybody else right to your bumper. Hazard able to pull away again. About 0.5 of a second is the gap, as now Ethan Head is the lap traffic that's closing in. That's being closed in on by the 75 of Davey Hazard. Head moves to the outside. He'll at least get the top 2 by. Bordeaux in 3rd. Will also be able to get by.
A little farther back, Pantalica went up the track a little bit in turns 3 and 4. Hunter B and Delgado closed right up on him. We might have a 3-car battle for 5th development here as well.
Well, they're in turn 3 right now, and Pan was able to get by both of them at some point. Pan back in the 5th position and is looking pretty strong. A caution might suit him pretty well here towards the end of this thing if we can get one.
If I'm Pan, I'm praying
with
for
a
it.
fair amount of time left. Hazard still out in front. About 0.4 of a second is the gap. As we are
Hazard,
closing
and
in, and
Bordeaux.
now 26 laps to go.
Hazard, Doe, and Bordeaux. Your top 3. God, that big ugly 69 is just an eyesore.
Well,
At least I can read it from the spectator camera.
that is true. 25 laps to go here from, I almost called it Canadian Tire, here from Delaware Speedway in Delaware, Ontario, Canada, getting ready to wrap up the 3rd race on the season. Next week, we're at Thompson Speedway. I believe ORN is going to be covering that. It's going to be the Online Racing Network Thompson Throwdown next week. Maybe.
Ooh.
That's not set in stone, but it's possible. As you'll see on the graphic, it just says NACOS at Thompson Speedway because we don't know what's happening. Cody H Gaming somehow has more damage. It looks like, at least, more front-end damage. Leaders are closing in on him as Bordeaux is catching Wong for that 2nd spot.
Yeah, Cody might be catching that outside wall. That right side of that car is all beat to hell, too. So
And it looks like the front end might be popped a little bit. I could be wrong, though. But we'll have to wait and see as more lap cars trying to get out of the way. That's Delgado and Hunter B trying to get by Ethan Head. Now drive-through has to cut one way, now the other way. Head's still in the way, and now he moves and gives them the room. As it's a fairly even battle between these top 3 leaders, and it doesn't look like anybody has a certain edge. They're just all kind of maintaining social distancing right now, and Hazard is starting to pull away again.
I'm sorry, that was pretty good.
Well,
Yeah, they went from being bunched up to spreading out a little bit more. As
Yeah.
Hazard's lead goes for anywhere from 2.5 car lengths to 4 car lengths. It's been interesting, but now Cody's going to bunch him up a little bit here, it looks like.
now he'll stay to the outside and get out of the way. Huang's able to close in a little bit, but he's going to have to keep driving like that in order to catch Hazard with 20 laps to go here.
No, it's a matter of who...
Oh, Hazard got loose, turn 4. He's able to save it and really didn't lose any time.
Ooh,
What a
wow.
save.
What a move.
Tommy Bordeaux with the fastest lap of the race in 18.7.10. Crash. Cody H. Gaming hard in the wall, turn 2.
He's up, he's out of the way. Let's see if they throw the yellow here. He's up, he's out of the way. Yeah, I think he's going to stay green here.
Yeah, we're still green. As long as nobody clobbers him, he gets it out of the way on the apron. We stay green. We'll take a look and see what happened, because it almost seems like he got punted up into the outside wall with how fast that car got turned around. But instead, no, he just overdrove it, got loose as soon as he entered the corner, and could not keep that car straight.
Yeah, the car goes around on you quick,
Yeah.
too. Before you even know what's happening, you are facing the wrong direction. Tough
Still
break.
trying to
Cody.
breathe down Hazard's throat. Sam
Steven
Slusarski
on
out of the
right.
race with a wheel problem. Don't ask me. That's what NR says. So he must have had some sort of issue with his car that made his car really, really bad. Huang is absolutely driving the heck out of that car, trying to close in on Hazard. Ryan Karp trying to fight. Never mind, he's already 1 lap down, so he's not trying to fight to stay on the lead lap, but he stays on the bottom. Hazard's right there with him. Huang
Yeah,
closing in
Karp.
as well.
Get out of the way, Carp.
Hazard has to race him to the inside. He's able to get by, and that'll allow Huang to get by as well. Bordeaux too far back.
Oh,
That was close.
Over.
Bordeaux has lost time to both of them. Then Tyler Mallon way in the background. Another car spun. I don't know who. I don't know when. I don't know why. But we're still green. Under 15 laps to go.
Lap 91 in the books. Davey Hazard continues to lead in that beautiful silver and red Martini car.
Trying to get his 3rd win of his career.
Trying to keep that streak of not finishing worse than 2nd as well.
Yeah, if he were to win this race, his average finish would be 1.5. 3 wins, 3 second-place finishes. Huang trying to ruin that. Drive-throughs around on the racing line, and we will see a caution. We're not done yet, folks.
Ooh,
Don't turn this off. If you've turned this off, you better get your butts back here, because we're getting ready for one heck of a finish here from Delaware. His drive-through just looped it.
Yep.
We'll go on board with Ben Easterday, because this is probably the only time we'll be able to use an onboard camera. Here you go, folks. Since we've only had 2 cautions, this being the 2nd, and drive-through brings out the caution flag with just over 10 laps to go. We'll get a restart with under 10 laps to go.
Now, does anybody pit is the question.
Hazard does not. Bordeaux does not. Everybody else is on pit road. Easterday stays out, and Easterday's on the lead lap.
Oh,
So
buddy.
Hazard, Bordeaux, Easterday. They stay out. Everybody else is on pit road. That's on the lead lap.
I don't know if tires were the call here.
Drive-through, I don't think he's going to get the free pass. It should go to David Alvarez here. Because drive-through was the caution, although I think he was on the lead lap before he spun, so I'm not sure. Huang gets off pit road first, then Mallon, then Pantalica, Delgado, Hunter B, drive-through. Lap cars on pit road now. And we're going to have a restart, I think, with about 8 laps to go. If we get a caution with 2 to go or less, maybe 3 to go, maybe 4 to go or less, our goose is cooked here, and we could finish under caution.
First NACOS race to finish under yellow.
Which would be the first one. Technically, Trois Rivières finished under caution. However, we went into a green-white checkered format. It was a pain for points, but we made it happen. Black flag, Cody H. Gaming. Somebody will clear that. As I'm not sure for why, but he was on pit road.
Black
So,
flags, Cody, on my watch. So we're going to restart here.
eventually, everybody single file, running through the order. It's Hazard, Bordeaux, Easterday, Huang, Malin, Pantalica, Delgado, Hunter B, Jordan McGraw. That's the top 9. Drive-through in 10th. Cody H. Gaming's been disqualified. So Cody H. Gaming's going to finish in the 14th spot. What? For the second time tonight, we say, what in the world is going on with the 28 team? Let's take a look.
But I don't actually.
Did he go backwards? Because he didn't have that black flag for 4 laps.
No, he did not. I looked up.
Did somebody just screw up the command?
Oh.
I think somebody screwed up the command because he.
Oh no.
He was running fine at speed. Turn 1. And poof, dunzo. I didn't realize we had a magician in the control room tonight because Cody H. Gaming has just disappeared before our very eyes, and he'll finish multiple laps down in the 14th position.
And we are double filed now on the back straightaway. Hazard going to lead them to the green flag. We are single digits away from the finish here at the craziest crazy.
It's about to make that craziest craziness that we expected. Field comes off turn 4. Invisible Boatmobile is in. We're going to have, I don't know how many laps to go, and frankly, I don't care. I think it's 7. Green flag, and away we go. A great start. 3 wide for third, going into turn 1. Easter Day in the middle. Huang sends it up the outside. He's sliding it, able to save it.
What an aggressive
Tommy
move by
Bordeaux to second, Malin in third. Here comes Delgado, licks the stamp. Huang still 3 wide on the outside. Easter Day and Huang losing a ton of spots. Delgado sideways, able to save it. 6 laps to go.
What a drive we have here going so far.
Oh, trouble, Easter Day gets turned. Got turned around by Pantalica. He gets hit by Hunter B. Pan is into the end of the wall, and we get a caution. Yes, we do. Third caution. We're coming to 5 laps to go. We're going to get maybe 2 laps. Pan is stuck in the wall.
Yeah, Pan is going to take a tow here.
He got into Easter Day, got hit by Hunter B, and then got wedged into the inside wall.
What a restart that was.
On board with Mr. Talica as he gets into Easter Day and then regrets every decision he's ever made in his life.
I'm sure he was apologizing profusely.
There's drive-through's bumper. My goodness. He has to take a tow. That's going to make this even longer.
Yep.
That's not good. I know it's a short track. We're coming to 4 to go here.
Depends on how long his tow is for.
Well, and Easter Day comes onto pit road. Drive-through, I think, already pitted. We need to get the green next time by. Next time by will give us 3.
We gotta talk about how great that restart was, though. Davey Hazard got the whole shot in turn 1, and Tyler Malin forced the issue 3 wide.
Well, and then you had Delgado force the issue again. They're doubling up here.
I think we're gonna slow to a crawl here until Pan can rejoin the field. I'm not sure what we're doing.
They're going 25 miles an hour at this point. Just park the cars. Pan is getting service on pit road. They'll need to get him his lap back. Other than that, he's set. And everybody's single file once again. It looks like we're going to have to go one more time. So we're going to have a restart with 2 laps to go.
Wow.
So the BenCrazy, craziest craziness out at Delaware is living up to its name in the last half of this race. The first half, caution-free, no incidents. And then in the second half, all hell broke loose.
Oh my God, did it break loose? They were 3 wide before they even got to turn 1.
Pantalica's caught up to the field. We're doubling up. It's effectively a green-white checkered. 2 to go. If they make the white flag, we will remain green until the checkers. If they crash with 2 to go, it's up to the officials. My guess is as long as they can get out of the way by the time the leaders come by, we will remain green. Field is on the back straightaway. We've got 2 laps to settle it. Hazard looking for his 3rd career win. Bordeaux looking for back-to-back wins. Malin looking for his 2nd win of the season. Delgado looking for his 1st win of the season. Huang looking to reclaim the title here at Delaware. Invisible Boatmobile is in for the final time. Off turn 4. Green flag. Here we go.
And
Bordeaux drops to 2nd. He's on it. 3 wide. Here comes Easter Day sending it on the bottom. Hunter B in the middle.
Oh, they are really pushing that issue. It is Malin and Delgado side by side.
Malin, Delgado side by side. Bordeaux locked him up. Now able to get it going. Malin's there for 2nd. White flag in the wind. 1 more lap to go for Davey Hazard.
Hazard's got to love what he's seeing in his mirror right now as Malin looks for 2nd place here. I don't know if he's going to be able to close that gap down the back straight away.
Bordeaux on the outside. Can he get the better launch off? He's still there. Huang in fifth, fighting with Delgado. Here they come through turn 3. Bordeaux sends it. He's loose. Mellon's going to get second. 3 wide for third. Davey Hazard wins in a big crash. Huang into the inside wall. Hunter B gets turned around off the bumper of Ben Easterday. More crashing. Jordan McGraw's up on the wall. Drive-thru's upside down. Pantalica's upside down. Caution flag, I'm sure, in some world. But Davey Hazard wins at Delaware.
Huang dropped from 4th to 7 with that spin off of turn 2.
Still had 2 lead lap cars behind him. It was McGraw and Drive-thru. And they were super far back. Let's take a look here at the replay of this incredible last 2 laps, rather. We'll go all the way back to the restart. And Hazard just gone. And that allowed Bordeaux to slide into second because nobody, particularly Mallon, was expecting him to jump that early. Bordeaux was. Bordeaux was able to get there. However, Austin Delgado got stuck up on the outside. And then 3 wide further back between McGraw, Hunter B, and Ben Easterday. I can't believe they didn't wad him up. Hunter B almost got turned by McGraw. Then in turn 3, I don't know if Bordeaux wheel hopped or what, but he slid up the racetrack on the brakes. And that allowed Mallon to get underneath. Here's the white flag lap. Huang on the inside again, 2x2, second through 5th. Still beating and banging all over each other. Huang's going to send it into the corner. So does Bordeaux. Bordeaux makes it 3 wide, slides at the racetrack, and then Huang just lost it. I think he got into Delgado, put Delgado in the wall. Delgado barely edges out Tommy Bordeaux for this third spot by 2/100ths of a second. Huang spins across the line just behind Easterday as Easterday got into Hunter B, turned him into the inside wall. Drive-thru's going to get his career ended here by Pantalica in turn 1. And we're going to go on board with the 53 of Ben Easterday through turn 3 on the white flag lap and see what he saw through this mob of cars.
Even Hunter B trying to get a part of that. Woo-hoo!
Goodness gracious. So, we missed the burnout for Hazard once again. If you can bring Hazard into the booth, I'll pull that up here.
And ladies and gentlemen, he's back in victory lane. Davey Hazard! Oh my God, Davey!
How about that?
What's going on, guys?
Welcome back, my man. How does it feel? How do you feel?
Feels good. I called this last week, right? I called this?
I
think I said it.
I think
I said I'd be here. Oh, I've just got to cross it off my calendar now. We're here. We did it.
Now you're going to give me the lottery numbers, maybe?
We're not that lucky. But, well, I'll let you hold the trophy with me.
Oh, cool. That sounds great.
So take us... Go ahead.
Yeah, walk us through this race just in general, especially the end. Started out strong, and it relinquished the lead for a little bit, and then you kind of just never gave it up after that. So walk me through your race.
Well, the key component was the pit stop. I kind of feel bad because I was kind of trying to scare Ben into making a mistake into his pit box, and he did end up kind of going far, and that was able to give me the lead and put Huang into it put him in a second, and it gave me a gap because Ben was easily the fastest car on pure pace for sure tonight. But yeah, no, it was just that one pit stop was really the key thing, and then after that, it was just managing the restarts, managing the tires. Like, I really thought we were going to go green to the end, so I ran my tires down pretty good on that run, but then we had those 2 cautions in short succession. I really didn't know if I wanted to pit or not. The first caution was more of a possibility to pit. The second caution, I definitely had to stay out, but yeah, it was just that race was literally just all about management of tires and pace and everything. It was not a pure pace race.
And I see you brought the rocket fuel this week, my man. You had quite a comfortable lead there a couple times throughout the race. Did you see them wrecking behind you across the finish line?
I did not see the wreck behind me. All I was hoping for was that Tommy would get second. I don't think he did. I think he got shoved to the outside. He got third.
He fell to 4th barely. In a photo finish between him and Delgado, just got loose going into 3 there on that last lap, and had some people ready to pounce.
Yeah, he was already talking to me. He said his tire. It was really the one thing that I was surprised about. I was assuming that maybe because, we would cool the tires off that it would feel good. No, we went into turn 1 and turn 3 on those first laps after the restart, and it was free. All 4 tires would just slide right up the racetrack, and I guess he had a problem.
So with another win in the books, do you have anybody else to thank? Anybody else new that you want to shout out to?
No, same people. Anyone that I know that's watching this, you're the best. You guys, as always. Everyone that puts on the NACOS races. I love this series. I'm having a blast, and one of my goals is to meet you guys here over and over again this.
Oh yeah, we'll happily have you.
Mission accomplished. I think you've made it into a broadcast every week so far. At least you should have.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean your average finish in NACOS is a cool 1.5 after 6 starts. You won. I won Road America last year. You finished second at Edmonton last year. You finished second in the first 2 races so far this season, and then you won here tonight. You have dominated this series for the last part of last season and the beginning part of this season for sure.
Well, I mean, these tracks all play into my kind of cards a little bit. I'm a road racing guy. I love road racing. I race karts. Short tracks are just my bread and butter. And when we go to the dirt tracks this year, I expect to be a contender there too. Not to be like cocky, but like I just like the dirt racing on this game. I'm good at it, and it's what I enjoy. Like all these tracks are exactly what I need to be competitive in a series, and it's just this week after week after week. So it just fits my wheelhouse like perfectly.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing how your season develops, seeing put more points on the board, and seeing where you wind up at the end of this whole thing.
Gotcha.
So congratulations, Davey. I'm sure we'll see you again.
See you again. Same place next week.
Yeah, sounds good to us. So.
I can't do that to myself.
All right, let's. Well, that was your winner, your race winner, and your championship points leader again, Davey Hazard. 3 wins, 3 starts, 1 win, 144 points. He's up on top. Tyler Mallon finished second today. He's second in the points. Let's bring him up next.
All right. Good evening, Tyler. Congratulations on that second place finish. What a move to break that 3 wide on that 1 restart. How you feeling, my man?
I'm feeling pretty good after that. It was Davey Hazard. Got his first win of the season. He's leading the points by a ton now. Oh my goodness, I'm looking huge lead. It's gonna be fast all season.
If it helps you feel not worse about it, he has not finished worse than second in any NACO start he's been.
Oh no, I know. He was flying tonight too. So was Ben. But a couple things happened to him. I think he lost second. That's how I was able to make a 3 wide.
So you were kind of wandering around in the 4th and 5th and 6th place spots, and then towards the end of the race, you just showed up out of nowhere. So were you conserving? Were you playing a strategy, or just getting used to the track, or walk me through the race?
I'll be honest, I'd never heard of this track before tonight, so I was mostly learning the track, and I was trying not to overdrive the corners too much. I didn't do a very good job at that for most of the race, but still, it was mostly learning the track throughout the entire race. So.
Well, it's got to feel good to come home in second after that insanity there on that last turn of the last lap. I saw that develop in your mirror. Were you worried at all?
Oh, no, they were. I think they were far enough behind me, and it seemed to happen more mid-corner than anything. So.
Well, congratulations on that second place finish. Put yourself nicely into second place in the points. Anybody you want to thank? Anybody you want to say hi to?
Hi, everyone. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure we'll
Jacob.
see you.
Yeah, well, hi. Not like you have to travel too far, but nonetheless.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see you again up here, so I'm sure you'll figure out somebody by the end of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, thank you, Tyler. Thank you for showing up tonight. Glad to have you here, and we look forward to seeing you as the season goes on.
Thanks. Yeah.
All right, so final thoughts here, Trace, before we wrap things up.
I like Delaware in the United States better.
All right, well, that takes it from here. Next week, NACOS at Thompson Speedway, possibly the online racing network Thompson Throwdown will be here next week, Tuesday, June 9th. Coverage begins at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. We'll be here. I don't know if anybody's going to join us. Who would join us? Ed hasn't shown up. Maybe we can rope him into doing this. Maybe Cody. Maybe Rusty might make an appearance. Who knows? But, yeah, that wraps up all of our coverage. Thanks to everybody that you see on your screen right now. MDK, Jeff Krause, whatever you want to call him for the ticker design. Cody Hicken, Davin Cornelius, the owners of NACOS, Benjamin Easterday, who provides the servers for us, all of us here in the broadcast booth, all of our fantastic sponsors. For Trace Ryder, I'm Jacob Hitz. Thank you so much for watching. We will catch you next week from Thompson. See you then.